Judge for Yuka's case handed her a 3-year and 6-month sentence.
3 years?
Yuka could be possibly released as early as late 2023.
Oh, she's getting out? Japan, I'm on my way. Hey, man. Nah, that's crazy. But today we have the disturbing world of the killer e-girls, all right? There's e-girls and there's yanderes here on the internet, and they're out here slicing and dicing. Let's see why they doing the things that they doing, man.
Let's talk about e-girls. What began as an aesthetic created by female Tumblr users has evolved into an entire industry. The e-girl space.
Oh, is that Sky? What's it? Sky Daddy? Hold on. Hold on. Sky Daddy music. This is her? Is that her? Listen, I promise you, I am not. Look, I don't think all white people look the same if that's not her. But I'm pretty, that's gotta be. It's gotta be. Tattoos on the shoulder. Hold on. All right, maybe, never mind. Hey, y'all go check out Sky Daddy music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Consisting of YouTubers, Twitch streamers, TikTokers,
Pokemon
in what I like to call the e-girl industrial complex. Their respective channels and platforms said to be a safe space where people can engage with others online, which makes it all the more shocking when one of these supposedly wholesome creators gets involved in criminal activity. From a cosplay content creator killing her fiance, to an OnlyFans model accused of murder.
Oh, I seen this one.
To a deranged YouTuber turned attempted mass shooter, these are the criminally accused e-girls.
She the one who tried to go to the YouTube headquarters?
Today's video is sponsored by...
Oh, shout out to Keeps. If I see any comments down below, I promise you, you're getting banned. Holla, have you used that product? You're done. Let's get this. The alleged OnlyFans
Our next
killer.
story involves an ongoing and highly controversial case in which an OnlyFans model is accused of killing her boyfriend. This is the story of Courtney Clenny. Courtney Clenny was born in Midland, Texas on April 21st of 1996. The girl was said to have had a relatively normal upbringing. She was popular in school and participated in sports like volleyball, soccer, and gymnastics.
Courtney you're done.
Eventually found herself becoming enthralled with the Instagram modeling world.
Holla made that product.
Of being an influencer.
So when I was 18, almost 19.
Chat, I have a brush right here that I brush my hair with every day, okay? Holla, what you got a brush for? Come on, man. Y'all will see. Y'all are gonna see.
OG Instagram models, and first of all, I just had girl crushes on them. Like, I followed them just to follow them because I thought they were pretty. And after a while, I was like, wait, why are they posting about company? I was like, that's an interesting, lucrative way to make a living.
Brush your beard.
I did my research.
We do that too.
And I was like, wow, I could do that too.
While following these accounts, she started noticing the business aspects of Instagram and the promotions that models would post to their pages. Seeing this as a compelling method of making money compared to traditional means, she decides to go for it. And
Amazing
makes her own
world of
modeling
gumball
page
sus
on
moments. We
Instagram.
might be able to do that.
Courtney delved into the modeling world of Instagram at the age of 18.
No. I used the brush to lay my edges. Come on.
Found immediate success on the platform. After posting for just a handful of months, she gained over 30,000 followers. The popularity of her page got the attention of Playboy, and the company would frequently repost Courtney's photos on Instagram. With her Instagram metrics rising, she decides to go all in on this modeling career and moves to Los Angeles. And the move apparently paid off, with Courtney being featured in a high-profile G-Eazy music video not long after. Her popularity on the platform.
Is she the girl who threw the chair off the
deals
thing?
Came in, and she was making some good money. Courtney would eventually extend her modeling prospects over to the newly burgeoning site of OnlyFans, and it's there where she made the big bucks. Leveraging her nearly 2 million followers on Instagram, Courtney managed to rake in $1.8 million in 2021.
Yo. I'm starting OnlyFans today. All right. Look, I'm not gonna make 1.8. I can at least get 300,000 off my feet pics alone. Okay. All right.
From her only
I seen Wiz Khalifa feet. That boy ain't making nothing. Me, boy. All right. Y'all gonna have to pay for these.
fans content. Needless to say, the woman was in the midst of an incredibly successful career. But unfortunately, what we find is that while Courtney's status as an influencer rose, so did her instability. Which brings us to her boyfriend, Christian. In November of 2020, Courtney began a relationship
Brothers, we must stay focused.
with a man named Christian Toby Obumseli. Christian was said to have been an amateur day trader of cryptocurrency and stocks. While their relationship would begin amicably, things start falling apart in the long run. In July of 2021, Clinty was arrested on suspicion of domestic battery against Christian in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Terrible.
Apparently, the two had gotten in an altercation, resulting in Courtney throwing various objects at him, including glass.
Now, what could have happened?
Show that you
I would
threw
like
the
to know.
glass at him, and that in these state is considered battery. You guys are in a relationship. She threw a glass at you. The glass is there. She admitted throwing the glass. When that happens, I have to make an arrest. I can't tell the judge. Let me finish. Let me finish. The state takes over. Okay? I'm gonna explain you how it works so you can get her out. Okay?
My
However,
African
the
brother,
district
where's
attorney
Dr.
would
Umar?
drop these charges the following month. Despite the concerning quarrel, the two stuck together and actually moved to Miami, Florida, and it's here where more problems would emerge. In Miami, Florida, Courtney and Christian lived at the One Paraso Residences, a luxury apartment building in the city. The OnlyFans model used her significant wealth to get one of the best views in the complex. A 3-bedroom unit on the 22nd floor with a breathtaking view of Biscayne Bay. But despite living in the lap of luxury, the two still found reason to fight. Around this time, neighbors reportedly stated that the couple's relationship was extremely combative. The building manager
I'm not
even
being in no
documented
combative
multiple incidents
relationship,
of loud
bro.
arguments coming from the room. Some neighbors even recorded footage of the two arguing. And more documented
Oh, no, that's
arguments
crazy.
between the two just kept surfacing. A fight between Courtney and Christian would be recorded on February 21st of 2022 in an elevator. This CCTV camera showcases Courtney's
Yo, listen, somebody put their hands on me. They're done. I'm done. I'm not going back. One monk. Oh, see, because I'm about to remove myself because what this will escalate to will not be good for anybody. So I'm going to just exit stage left. Listen, I'm trying to teach y'all. Somebody put their hands on you. Goodbye. All right. Because it's only going to get worse. All that, I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Not true. Shouldn't have did it in the first place.
slapping Christian around. Another recording discovered later on Christian's phone displays the true emotional
How you fighting in the
instability
elevator?
and
Exactly.
abuse going on in this relationship.
Yes, thank you. Coming from
Get off of me!
Bluebird, what's good?
Stop telling me!
Courtney. I was on a bike ride and she passed me and I said hi. You and Courtney are having a live chat. My bad, I forgot to tell you that. That doesn't make you to act and call me a.
In the midst of these heated altercations,
Call him a what? Hold up. Whoa. Juju got skills. Thank you for the sub.
Make you to act and call me a.
Hold up. He called you a what? Now, what word could have been bleeped there, chat? What word could have been bleeped there?
A live chat. My bad, I forgot to tell you that. That doesn't make you to act and call me a.
All right, you could there could be the B word. Would they bleep the B word? Maybe. But there's one other word that I feel like she might have used. Okay, not exactly sure what that word may be, but chat.
In the midst of these heated altercations, Obumseli would send a concerning text message to Courtney that read, quote, "Is love going to kill me?" Also adding, "February was the
He's
worst month
done.
I had so far. I got cheated on. I got called that word again. I got slapped in my
What word? What word?
stitches that has reopened multiple times.
Stabbed in my stick. Y'all are done. There's no chat. There's no way on this earth. It's not happening.
And it's not healing fast enough." Sometime after these messages were sent, an argument broke out that resulted in Christian being kicked out of the apartment by Courtney. The two would take a break from each other, and Courtney's mom would travel to Miami to stay with her for a short period. Christian was left to fend for himself. However, with time, the two cool off. Courtney and Christian would reconcile their differences in the short term, and Christian would move back in after Courtney's mother left. But unfortunately, as things typically go in these dysfunctional romantic relationships,
bad milk is no
this
good for you.
peace was
Hey,
short-lived.
man. That joint's
Arguments
spoiled.
between the two began almost immediately.
She
Around
low-key
this
blue
time,
cheese.
a dispute would break out between the couple that ended with Courtney calling police and requesting a restraining order against Christian.
And I want him. Okay, the police are here.
What's good? What's
I want
good?
a restraining order against Christian Abumzelli.
Christian?
Please, just like don't get me kicked out of my own apartment.
We just want to get him. We just want to.
I'm scared. I'm scared of him.
With this in mind, you might imagine Christian to be the real threat in this story. But the events that follow this incident draw that notion into question. Which brings us to the twisted series of events that allegedly took place
Man, I'm not dating
on April
anyone
3rd
is
of 2022.
weird or crazy
On
these
this day,
days. Exactly.
Security footage showed that Christian left the apartment building at 1:15 p.m. and returned at 4:32.
Not only was he getting the Minkazoids put on him, he was getting cheated on. He got stabbed, chat. I'm done. I'm done. Listen, look, it's either that or we turn this apartment into a Call of Duty lobby. And I don't want to do that, all right? Because you not going to respawn. So I'm going to head out.
p.m. with sandwiches from Subway. Courtney had been wrapping up an Instagram live stream as her boyfriend arrived back into the apartment. In the live stream, she talked about her summer plans and how she was going to work on, quote, building her butt back up.
Summer plans are. So I've been out of the gym for like 3 months. My booty is
Garbanzo beans.
kaput. Okay, it's gone. My butt just like disappeared.
She probably was paying the bills. I don't care.
Summer plans.
Boy, I will go get a job at
Building my
Best
butt.
Buy. All right.
Back up. So that I can be myself again.
She also said she was blessed. Shortly after Christian arrived, neighbors began calling security to report
Too much
a
makeup?
disturbance from their
True.
room. Security guards called the police at 4:46 p.m. In that time frame, Courtney Clinty would make 2 phone calls, one to her mother and then another to 911 after. In the 911 call, Christian Abumzelli can be heard saying, quote, "I don't feel my arm," while Courtney screams, "I'm so sorry."
My boyfriend is dying of a stab. Ma'am, what is the address? Is he has a stab wound to his shoulder? Get him sit down. What do you mean he has a
stabbed
stab
him
wound
in
on
the
his
shoulder.
ma'am? Yeah, he's bleeding from his shoulder. I can't feel my arm. 3101. I can't feel my arm. Baby, I'm so sorry. Baby.
The man had been stabbed.
See, this this not happening to me. That's why the first kakunk, I'm out of there. I'm out. Don't play with me. Keep your hands to yourself. All right. The only violence I believe in is putting my 2 hands during. All right, I don't know really how to continue with this one without it sounding crazy, but listen, you know what I'm talking about, okay?
Just inches above a tattoo of Courtney's name that was on the left side of his chest. When police arrived, the OnlyFans model maintained that she acted in self-defense, telling police that the two had an argument, resulting in Christian grabbing her by her throat and shoving her against the wall. According to Courtney, she then grabbed a knife in an effort to defend herself. After procuring this knife, she claimed she threw it across the room and it landed in Christian's.
Yo, she thinks she katana now? Get her out of here, man. Get her out of here.
Chest.
She threw it across the room. Bruh, listen. So, what kind of game of Ninja Gaiden does she think this is?
So I grabbed my knife and I said, "Don't come anywhere closer to me." I had absolutely no intention of using it. I'm on the phone with my mom.
Bro, she thinks she Naruto? Exactly.
Or like the knife or something, and so I was just like, I was like, don't come any closer. Coming at me, and I threw it.
When detectives later informed Courtney that her boyfriend had died from his injuries, she began hyperventilating and asking for a hug.
We have to inform you that Christian did not make it. Okay.
Not her choking herself.
Christian is dead. Oh my God. Can I please have a hug? Am I allowed to do that in here?
Who is this guy that's about to give her the hug? And is he subscribed to the OnlyFans? That's all I got to ask, because that boy looked too happy to say, I mean, if you need one, come on. You know?
No.
Despite the woman not having any obvious physical injuries from this alleged self-defense situation, she was let go. The police just didn't arrest her. You're good. Go ahead. And just days after the alleged killing, Courtney was filmed comfortably hanging out at a bar with her father in Miami. At this
if I was old buddy's family, she's done.
bar, she would be confronted by patrons of the establishment. These patrons, furious that she wasn't arrested, forced her to leave. And that would be a theme echoed around the country. See, this story went viral due to the high-profile nature of Courtney being a massive OnlyFans model and everything, and also the fact that she didn't get arrested when it was pretty clear something fucky was afoot, and investigators needed to call this a murder case. Christian's family was infuriated by the police releasing Courtney and claimed that the authorities were giving her special treatment because
exactly.
she was white. The deceased man's older brother, Jeffrey Obumseli, spoke out against the matter on Instagram. And wrote, within 24 hours following my brother's death, the detective on the case prematurely concluded this was not a crime of violence, but the information provided is deficient, and the lack of transparency strongly suggests foul play is involved. Courtney Taylor Clinty's callous actions have not been met with an ounce of remorse. We've seen videos of Courtney kissing her dogs while covered in what we believe to be my brother's blood and casually getting drinks at a hotel bar days later while my brother lays in the morgue. Courtney is being treated differently.
Slide for bro. What's wrong? All this chatting.
The Obumseli family would appear on Dr. Phil and talked about Christian's death, demanding justice for Christian while pointing out perceived mistakes detectives had made in their investigation.
And she thinks that she threw a knife at him, and that knife hit his clavicle.
Bro, listen. He got stabbed before. He got stitches. There's a history. What are we talking about? Bro, listen.
Puncturing an artery, and that's how he died. That doesn't make sense to me.
Does she do fan meetups? I just want to talk to her. I don't know how much it costs, but does she do meetups? I just want to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Is she a professional knife thrower? How does someone throw a knife 10 to 20 feet away and that fatally stabs a person?
In the wake of the heat she was facing, Courtney would hire an attorney to represent her legally, and this attorney said that all of the backlash she was facing was outrageous. Quote, there is competent and substantial evidence that Courtney is the victim of domestic violence. There is no doubt the two of them had a tumultuous relationship.
This is insane.
Moreover, there is evidence that Courtney was a victim of physical, emotional, and mental abuse at the hands of Obumseli. That night was no different, and Courtney had the right to defend herself out of fear for her life. But then the medical examiner's report comes in and really draws Courtney's story into question. The examiner's report detailed that
two wounds.
Obumseli's death was resulting from a stab wound caused by a forceful downward thrust that had fatally punctured an artery in Christian's chest.
Well, see, what happens is I threw the knife and it hit his chest and he fell back. And as he hit the ground, the floor shook and the chandelier fell onto the knife and pressed it in. Now, before the cops came, I put the chandelier back on the ceiling because it's valuable, you know what I'm saying, to get it off of him.
The examiner noting that such a stab wound couldn't come from Courtney throwing the knife as she indicated in her initial report. As a result of this discovery, on August 10th of 2022, the OnlyFans model was arrested while in Hawaii and charged with committing second-degree murder with a deadly weapon. The woman would be extradited to Florida to face trial. During Courtney's bail hearing, one of the
born
city
in 1996
prosecutors indicated that she was a flight risk due to her income level. They also claimed that Courtney had been up to some financial shenanigans, apparently trying to move money around in anticipation for this trial, claiming that the woman had moved more than $1 million to her father sometime after the stabbing had occurred. With the aforementioned
Nani?
in mind, her bond was revoked. As of the date of me recording this video, Courtney has not yet begun trial and is only in the pre-trial
she's
phase.
done.
The OnlyFans model is facing a mountain of evidence, but will remain innocent until proven guilty. But
Why she
that
smiling
is
at her
the
like that?
ongoing story of Courtney Clenny, the alleged OnlyFans killer.
Hold up. My brother in melanin, okay? You clearly see what she did to her boyfriend. What is you back there staring at? Huh? Dr. Umar will be disappointed. All right? And to be honest, I am also.
Easily one of the most disturbing e-girl criminal stories is that of Nassim Aghdam.
Now she packed up. Yeah, she's
was
done.
a YouTube content creator with a deep-seated hatred for the very platform that she produced videos on. Frustrated with her lack of growth on the site, she goes to YouTube directly to enact revenge. Nassim Aghdam was born April 15th of 1979 in the country of Iran. In 1996, Nassim immigrated to the United States. With
the
family
emojis are
as
crazy.
refugees. Once in America, Nassim would eventually move to San Diego, California.
Okay.
And Nassim would make headlines before her YouTube venture. At the age of 29, Nassim was featured in a San Diego Tribune article that was covering a protest held by animal rights activists. One of these
Military
activists
use
was
pigs for
Nassim
training.
herself. Nassim was quoted in this article as saying, "For me, animal rights equal human rights." As years passed and the popularity of YouTube grew,
Hey, listen, you tell the lions that, okay? Tell the lions, tigers, bears that, okay?
Nassim saw the platform as a compelling way to get out her message and also to entertain folks with her dances and songs, which results in Nassim creating a channel featuring quite the bizarre plethora of content. She posted many videos on a multitude of subjects. Her channel showcased her performing art.
This channel also got something demonetized by YouTube?
Discussing veganism,
equals fall of terrorism.
exercising,
Nah, she kind of swole low key.
dancing,
Okay,
and more. Nassim, in her About section on YouTube, described herself as a vegan bodybuilder and animal rights activist, and an individual that promoted a healthy and humane lifestyle.
Animal
While
rights
Nassim's
aren't equal to
channel
human
wasn't
rights,
very
and you can't
popular
change
in
my
the United
mind.
States, she did actually find some success overseas in Iran. In fact, the woman was
bet you
well
she
known in
uses astrology
Iranian
signs.
social
Hey,
media
man.
circles under the username Nassim Sabs, which translates into Green Nassim. Thanks to her Iranian popularity, she garnered thousands of subscribers over numerous accounts. One of her YouTube channels had more than 11,000 subscribers and 4 million views collectively. An Instagram account created by Nassim boasted over 54,000 followers.
Okay.
However, despite all of these viewers, followers, and subscribers, Nassim was disgruntled at the fact that YouTube wasn't paying her out any ad revenue. Apparently, the company deeming her videos not suitable for advertisers. Posts from the time show Nassim complaining about what she perceived.
She looked like Nairobi from Money Heist a little bit.
As YouTube filtering and shadow banning her content. One post from the woman says, "Be aware, dictatorship exists in all countries, but with different tactics. They only care for personal short-term profits and do anything to reach their goals, even by fooling simple-minded people, hiding the truth, manipulating science and everything, putting public..."
Okay, chat. Imagine you build a platform, YouTube. I'm on your side right now, so please bump up that RPM for this summer, okay? Imagine building a platform where traffic comes and you sell advertisements and people say, "Hey, you know what? I know that you built this platform, but I want to put something on your platform that's going to stop you from being able to sell your advertisements because I believe that's what I should be able to do." Listen, if I was YouTube, I'll pack them up too.
Mental and physical health.
Go to a platform that don't care about their ads. You know, so there's plenty of unmonetizable platforms out there. You could, you know what I'm saying, feel free to go over there. All right. But over here, we built this for the, you know what I'm saying,
risk, abusing non-human animals, polluting environment, destroying family values, promoting materialism and sexual degeneration in the name of freedom.
She
and
looks like a
turning
version of
people
Michael
into
Jackson.
Programmed robots. Make the lie big, make it simple, keep saying it, and eventually they will believe it. Adolf Hitler.
This
There
is
no free speech in the real
Sneeko
world,
spirit
and you will
animal
be
right here,
suppressed
boy.
for telling the truth that is not supported by the system. Videos of targeted users are filtered and merely relegated so that people can hardly see their videos. There is no equal growth opportunity on YouTube or any other video sharing site. Your channel will grow if they want it to. YouTube filtered my channels to keep them from getting views. Another post from Nassim shows the woman venting about a video she thought was unfairly age restricted. This video got age restricted after new close-minded YouTube employees got control of my Farsi YouTube channel last year in 2016 and began filtering my videos to reduce views and suppress and discourage me from making videos. Here she can be seen complaining about how a video with 360,000 views only netted her 10 cents in ad revenue.
Sick.
Eventually, Nassim's protest against YouTube would take shape in the real world, with Nassim actually protesting in the streets against what she saw as YouTube's secret agenda to censor the internet. YouTube dictatorship, hidden policy, promotes stupidity, discrimination, and suppression of truth. Now,
me
I'm sure
personally,
many of
I
you
don't think
watching
I'm
have
stupid.
seen a content creator or two complain about YouTube's policies. I mean, I've done it.
Andrea Tate. Facts, bruh. Andrea Tate. Plug this back in real quick. You know what I'm saying?
In the past myself. But it doesn't take a rocket scientist here to sort of come to the conclusion that something was off with Nassim. And future videos and posts created by Nassim would help exemplify this even further. In one video where Nassim discusses her history and experience with YouTube, she reveals that she didn't like living in America. Quote, in Iran, they kill you with an axe, but in America, they kill you with cotton. Which is essentially her referring to an Iranian expression saying that she's dying a slow death. Nassim had become so obsessed over what she thought was YouTube conspiring to censor her that her family started taking note of her disturbed nature.
Take form.
And
That's
it would
crazy.
only be a matter of time before this deranged woman took up her frustrations with YouTube directly. It all begins on April 2nd of 2018 when Nassim had been reported missing by her family after not answering her phone for close to 2 days. Curiously, police would later find the woman in Mountain View, an area just 15 miles south of YouTube's offices in San Bruno.
Hi, are you Nassim? Hey, so you were reported as missing. Yeah, as missing from San Diego?
Yeah, I left my family.
Okay. You don't live with them anymore? Okay. Can I just ask, if you don't mind, why you left?
It appeared that Nassim had been living out of her
saying
car
she
for
getting
those
killed by
48
cotton is
hours.
insane.
After discovering the missing woman, officers questioned her, asking the woman if she was suicidal or was on any sort of drugs. Questions to which Nassim responded no to.
Are you taking any type of medication at all? No. Are you supposed to take medication? Okay. You don't want to hurt yourself, do you? Oh, you don't want to hurt anybody else? You don't want to commit suicide or anything like that, right? Okay.
She wants to commit another aside. But we're not going to say that word. Okay.
Asked her if she had any
hey,
plans
I
on
like
going
my
home. She
abs,
said
man.
no, and in fact stated that she ran away because she wanted to start her life anew away from her family.
Why Mountain View? I mean, I know it's a great city and everything, but...
One of my cousins lives around here.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to get out of South San Diego. I have memories. I don't want to have...
I gotcha.
Okay.
Something new.
Start fresh?
I
Okay.
have no memories from past.
Ah, very good.
Since the woman was a grown adult, there was really nothing the police could do, and they just let her go on her way. After finding and talking to Nassim, police would call the family and tell them that she didn't want to come home, and this was not the answer the family wanted to hear. They were concerned that Nassim was about to do something rash, but police said that there was nothing they could do. Nassim wanted to be on her own, and that was that. But what we find is that police really should have taken heed of what Nassim's family had to say, because the next day, she went AWOL. The day following her being investigated by police, Nassim reportedly visited a gun range and practiced shooting firearms for a number of hours. And later in the afternoon of this day, at approximately 12:46 p.m., Nassim traveled to the nearby YouTube headquarters and entered the premises through an exterior parking garage. And she didn't come to YouTube to talk to higher-ups about monetization policy. She came to YouTube for revenge. From the garage,
that is crazy.
Nassim would walk to an outdoor patio that was filled with employees eating lunch. It's at this point where she pulls out a 9mm Smith & Wesson pistol and begins unloading rounds on these employees.
What kind of, her trying to get the highest KD in the YouTube headquarters possible is an insane thing, all right? I ain't never seen YouTube headquarters in the Call of Duty map selection. But she said, oh, today it is.
Nassim's initial attack wounded 3 people. These individuals would be quickly escorted away to safety by others, and the facility was locked up in a matter of minutes, with Nassim having no way inside. And it's at this point that the woman turns the gun on herself and takes her own life. Thankfully, no one...
So she was about to... Hold on, chat. So she was about to... Boy, listen. She was about to be in there deleting people, all right? And then she deletes herself. What was the point? You can't get no ad revenue in the afterlife, ma'am. What's she doing?
Died in this attack. The victims that were injured included a 36-year-old man, a 32-year-old man, and a 27-year-old woman. All would make full recoveries. Within a matter of minutes of the shooting taking place, there were police helicopters on the scene, and it was a breaking news event. President Donald Trump would issue a tweet about the situation. Was just briefed on the shooting at YouTube's HQ in San Bruno. Our thoughts and prayers are with everybody involved. Thank you to our phenomenal law enforcement officers and first responders that are
went back to the
currently
lobby.
scene. Google CEO Sundar
She
Pichai
injected
would tweet
game
this out.
immediately.
There are no words to describe the tragedy that occurred today. Susan Wojcicki and I are focused on supporting our employees and the YouTube community through this difficult time together. Thank you to the police and first responders for their efforts, and to all the messages of support.
Bro, I remember when this
Susan
happened,
says,
bro. I
"There
seen
are
on
no
Twitter,
words
I
to
think.
describe how horrible it was to have an active shooter at YouTube today.
Yeah,
Our
that's
deepest
crazy.
gratitude to law enforcement and first responders for their rapid response. Our hearts go out to all those injured and impacted today. We will come together to heal as a family." The family of the deranged shooter would also speak out. Her father says, quote, "Our family is in absolute shock and can't make sense of what
All that
happened
for nothing,
yesterday.
exactly.
Although no words can describe our deep pain for this tragedy, our family would like to express their utmost regret and sorrow for what happened to innocent victims." An autopsy report for Nassim indicated that she had no drugs or alcohol in her system. It was
Pure
an act
adrenaline.
committed out of pure hatred for YouTube. In the wake of this attempted murder spree, YouTube would terminate all of Nassim's channels. Her
Girls who think they
Instagram and
Wednesday?
Facebook accounts have
True.
also been removed since.
Who is this? The killer Yandere? Oh yeah. Hey, chat, look. That's my type. You know what I'm saying? Minus the killer part, but you know what I'm saying? Boy,
To
let's see
begin
what
this
talking
chapter,
about.
let's break down a Japanese word that you'll likely be hearing again throughout the rest of this video. That word being yandere. What the hell does
Yandere.
this mean? I'm sure you've seen it before. Well, the yan in yandere comes from the Japanese verb yanderu, which means to be mentally ill or to be mentally sick. Yanderu is combined with another Japanese word, dere, a word meaning love struck. So the two words together,
Mentally-
yandere, basically being a mentally sick, love-struck person. Yandere is an anime
I rock with
archetype
it.
where a character's love is so devoted that they become obsessed and possessive of their loved one to the point of behaving irrationally in an effort to hold on to their crush or love interest. Basically simping to the max, to the point where it could literally result in someone's death. Now, yandere killing someone in an anime or a video game, we've seen that before, but could something like this happen in real life? Well, the answer might
You about to
surprise
change your mind in a
I'd
second?
like to introduce you all to
Hey,
a
look, I'm
Japanese
sticking to
woman,
it, man.
Yuka
I'm sticking to it.
Takeoka. Yuka was born January 28th of 1998 in Tokyo and was an only child. Not much is known about the woman's early life, other than that she dropped out of university, opting to pursue a career in the Japanese bar and service industry.
Okay.
Yuka would eventually land a lucrative management position at a hostess club in Tokyo. A Japanese hostess club is essentially a nightlife spot where all of the staff are women. This serves as a counterpart to a host club where all the staff are men. You know, naturally you got men going to the hostess club and women going to the host club for a night of fun. And drinks,
okay.
It would be through this Japanese nightlife industry that.
Bro, I gotta go to Japan, bro. I have to. Look at this. This looks beautiful. I gotta go. Listen, I think that's gonna be like my 2025 plan. Listen, I don't know. It got to be my birthday trip one of these days, bro.
Yuka would meet her boyfriend that would become the victim of this story. That individual being a man named Phoenix Luna. Luna worked at the Fusion by Youth nightclub.
Now, he looked like an anime character. My man looked like Sakamoto, boy.
Phoenix was said to have been an attractive man and was popular within the host industry, and was highly ranked amongst other hosts at various clubs.
Number 4,
Common
okay.
practice at the time was when hosts and hostess got off of
You
work,
heard they're
they would
racist
all
in Japan? Hey,
intermingle
look.
and just sort of go to a random club and hang out, and that's how Phoenix would meet Yuka.
Having
After
a crush on a
initially
Yandere
meeting,
is
Phoenix
wild.
had sent Yuka messages on Twitter inviting her out for further meetups. In March of 2019, the two would go on a date to a cat cafe and watch movies together. Yuka was said to have been enraptured by Phoenix and spent an exuberant amount of money on him. And why was she spending all this money on Phoenix? Well, what you'll find in this story is that the relationship was somewhat one-sided. Yuka liked Phoenix a lot more than Phoenix liked Yuka. And in a desperate effort to maintain his favor, Yuka would go to Phoenix's host club as a customer and literally pay Phoenix to spend time with her.
Oh, nah,
Yuka believed that if she wanted to be with Phoenix, she would have to continue her financial simping. And even
Listen, W effort, baby. W effort. Love to see it. All right, love to see
picked up
it.
additional work as an escort to do so.
Whoa.
In April of
Whoa. Becoming an escort to pay for a man you want to be with, insane work. All right, insane work.
2019, Yuka and Phoenix began a sexual relationship.
Oh, he done gave her the weenie. You're done. You're done. Oh, that's the worst thing. You give your Yandere the wiener. You're finished. You might as well just put a ring on it, have kids, buy a house, because there's no coming back from that.
See, reportedly beginning after she presented Phoenix with a bottle of champagne and confessed her love to the man. To promote her lover, Yuka would continue to go to the host club and support Phoenix with the money that she spent. Phoenix was able to become one of the top hosts at the bar. She wanted to help him get the #1 spot, which allowed for extra privileges and major bonuses.
Come on!
She also rented out
Hey,
an
W
apartment
teammate,
close
man,
to
W
Phoenix in
teammate.
hopes that he would stay with her. On May 20th of 2019, Phoenix stayed the night with her, but to Yuka's disappointment, he spent most of his time uninterested and on his phone or sleeping.
Ooh.
On May 23rd of
Shouldn't have done that.
2019, Phoenix planned to assist Yuka with cleaning at her residence around noon, but his obligations caused a delay. Yuka called Phoenix on the phone, and his explanation for not being there was that he had made plans to meet with a female work client. This sent Yuka into a tailspin. She journaled the following around the time. Quote, "I want to be a tragic heroine. How is it possible for him to look at a woman other than me? I know killing him is for the best. If I kill him, it will be eternal." And there
Hey! Ah, boy. Hey, listen. Y'all might think it's crazy, but look, I'm not saying I agree with her sentiments. But if she loves me like this, where am I going?
There will be no pain. I don't need anything other than you. 3 hours later, Phoenix arrived and helped her tidy up. After cleaning, the two ended up getting intimate with each other. Phoenix then takes a bath and goes to bed. Yuka, however, stayed awake and had other plans she wanted to execute. Apparently, after coming to the conclusion that Phoenix's affection for her was merely surface level, Yuka's psyche essentially shatters. After confirming that Phoenix had fallen asleep, at around 3:50 p.m., she goes to the kitchen, procures a knife, returns to the bed, gets on top of Phoenix, and plunges the blade into his stomach.
Oh, she said painless, though. Thought she was gonna like sprinkle something in his drink or something, you know.
After being stabbed, Phoenix awoke, feeling uncomfortable, looked down, and noticed that he had a knife in his stomach. He pulls it out, but Yuka was on top of him. After pulling out the knife, Phoenix
School
was said
days
to have
type beat.
fearfully looked up at Yuka and uttered the phrase, "Please, I love you," in an effort to avoid another thrust from this blade. After hearing this, Yuka seemed placated for the moment and
Okay.
put the blade down.
See, I told y'all. Hey, we watched the Corey video, bruh, where the crazy ex broke in the house, and y'all told me I was crazy when I said when she acts like that, all you got to do is be like, yo, we can work on it. You know what I'm saying? I believe in us. You give her a bunch of those, you know what I'm saying? And get out the situation. That boy Phoenix was on cold, man.
After this, it said that Phoenix pushed Yuka off of him, gets to his feet, and initiates an escape of the apartment.
See, I wouldn't do that. I would be like, it's okay to take me to the hospital. Got her to treat me back to health before I made my escape. That way I know you're not catching me. Right now, I don't know what type of ailments and pains and disableness that I'm about to develop. You got to play the game long enough to get out the situation, bro.
Apartment with blood dripping out of him.
Where's your way
Yuka
out of
got
it,
a
my
hold
boy?
of him, but he was
See?
able to shake loose and run out of the door into the elevator. But
10
when the
out of 10
elevator
will try
descended
again.
to the
D
lobby,
Woods, thank you for
Phoenix
the
had already
sub.
lost consciousness. Officers arrived at the scene around 4 p.m. and found Phoenix with 2 stab wounds in the abdomen. The man had nothing but a pair of shorts on and was covered in blood. Yuka sat next to her wounded lover, drenched in his blood, calmly puffing away on a cigarette, her phone to her ear and ignoring the bewildered officers. A tenant living in the building would
wild.
report that the entire elevator was essentially covered wall to wall with blood. Footage would later be obtained of the officers arresting Yuka and escorting her to the police station.
She looked like
While
she
in
got
the
no
back of the
remorse
squad
either.
car, Yuka flashed a sinister grin beneath her large glasses and a photograph that would go viral online.
She got a tooth
When
gem?
later questioned by authorities, Yuka said, quote, "I too wanted to die. Since I loved him so much, I couldn't help it. After killing him, I wanted to die. I did not want to go anywhere, so I sat down at the outside staircase. I did not call emergency services because I intended to die after watching him die from the stabbing." Authorities allegedly also found a journal written in blood that read, "I like you so much, I wanted to kill you."
Whose blood?
This bloody journal alleged.
See, he messed up by going to meet with another woman, all right? That's clearly his fault, all right? Now, do we blame her? Me personally, you shouldn't have gave her the wham bam thank you ma'am special. You should have never typed in your GPS Dooney Land on command, all right? You should have never done it, okay? But the fact that you did, you unlocked the hidden character inside, all right? If you got you a Yandere, play by the rules, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Allegedly being authored by
Daniel,
Yuka.
what's good?
Yuka's motive for the stabbing seems to come from a place of jealousy and
Do you still want her, Holla? Of course. Yes, I do. Okay.
despair surrounding the thought of Phoenix
We'll do
being
Mr.
in
Ballin
love with
tomorrow.
another woman. Yuka's stabbing of Phoenix fit very well into the Yandere archetype, and she became a viral phenomena online when the photos went up. People online
Like I said, I'm not gonna make the mistakes that these other people make. All right. I'm not. So pass the Yanderes over my way.
saw her as a real-life Yandere character. Instagram fan accounts began popping up, praising Yuka, some even calling her too beautiful to be a murderer. Some of Yuka's online fans even started a GoFundMe and raised close to $4,000 in an attempt to keep her out of jail. Needless to say, this didn't work. But fortunately for all involved,
How am I down bad,
Phoenix
bro?
actually
I don't think that's
survived
down
the
bad.
stabbing. According to reports, Phoenix was unconscious and in critical condition for close to 5 days. But thanks to intensive medical intervention, he would make a miraculous
He didn't even die. See? Come on, man.
full
She's not a killer Yandere. You know what I'm saying?
recovery. Phoenix would later return to his job as a host, and what has become of him in recent years isn't publicly known. Eventually, Yuka would face trial for her attempted murder. She pled guilty, and on December 5th of 2019, the presiding judge for Yuka's case handed her a 3-year and 6-month sentence.
3 years?
Yuka could be possibly released as early as late 2023.
Oh, she's getting out? Japan, I'm on my way. Hey, man. Nah, that's crazy. W recovery, though. That boy better hide. Yo, because she is coming, okay? I'm going to find you and take it. Come on, man. Y'all know the rest of the song.
But that was the case of the Yandere stabbing. Next up, the
cosplay
case
killer.
of Melissa Turner, the cosplay killer. Melissa Turner was born November 25th of 1992. She grew up in North Carolina as well as Florida, and reports say she had a troubled childhood, claiming to have suffered abuse from a family member that left her traumatized to the point where she began to find solace in compulsive eating, leading to a struggle with childhood and teenage obesity. Because of this, Melissa was said to have been harassed and bullied at school. It wouldn't be until adulthood
Hold up, she's
that
already
Melissa
out?
would gain confidence and lose the weight. She worked hard, losing over 100 pounds. And not only did she physically improve herself, she got educated as well, attaining an associate's degree around the time. After losing the weight, Melissa decided she wanted to chase her dreams of becoming an actress and entered many cosplaying competitions to achieve this goal. And she was popular at conventions that she attended. This cosplaying success eventually evolves into Melissa becoming an amateur model. The woman operated numerous online blogs, with these blogs reportedly featuring explicit content.
If you don't know who I am, if you never heard of me or anything like that before, I am Two Thorn Rose. You can call me Rose. I'm a cam model. I'm an artist. I love fitness. I've lost 100 pounds. I like making videos about that and about my art and just about my daily life.
By 2017, Melissa had found herself a hot online commodity with simps all around wanting to throw money at her. In April of 2017, Melissa would meet a man named Matthew Trussler on Tinder. Matthew and Melissa found chemistry on the dating app.
What is that, Las Vegas?
And it wouldn't be long before they fell.
That's New York, right? I think. Gotta be.
Fell in love. By 2019, the two had become engaged and were living in a 2-story, 4-bedroom home together.
Nice crib,
a home that was purchased thanks to some extra income that Melissa had been earning of late. As Melissa's popularity as a cosplay influencer grew, so did the woman's affinity for creating lucrative, not safe for work content. And it's been reported that Matthew assisted her in the production of said material.
W-Mans. Clap it up, all right? Get that, run that bag through the roof, man.
While everything described thus far sounds nice, albeit a bit of an unconventional relationship, but fine enough, behind the scenes, the couple's relationship was tumultuous to say the least. It's been said that the two fought frequently, and alcohol was commonly abused by the pair, only worsening their disputes. Which brings us to the date of tragedy.
Would you date a girl who makes $1 million by OnlyFans, Holla, or corn content? Not corn content, OF, maybe, all right, maybe. I don't know. I would just, you know what I'm saying?
In this story, October 17th of 2019. And this is what happens next.
Fortunately enough, not in that situation, so I don't have to figure out the hypotheticals, you know what I'm saying?
Next, from the perspective of Melissa. At around 11 p.m., buzzed off of shots of vodka, Melissa claims to have gotten tired and told Matthew that she wanted to go to sleep. She went to bed,
pics are
but
the limits
Matthew
for me?
stays up.
True.
Melissa claims she awoke hours later and noted Matthew had yet to go to bed. She got up to see what he was doing, and it's at this point where she claims to have discovered Matthew outside on the patio covered in blood, and he wasn't breathing.
Hold up. Did she go to sleep?
She would contact the police.
I just heard a story about, oh no, this is somebody in real life. Never mind. I mean, obviously this is real life too, but I heard a story about somebody around this area. His girl did this to him. She was so drunk she didn't even know. She went to sleep and woke up with the cops knocking at her door.
Later telling officers that she was performing CPR.
911, what is your emergency?
I woke up on my boyfriend. He was outside.
Port Taylor is my drink of choice. I never tried Taylor Port.
When authorities arrived, her fiance was pronounced dead at the scene. The narrative of events provided by Melissa seemed to suggest that perhaps Matthew had died from alcohol poisoning or had injured himself while intoxicated. But a later autopsy performed on the man indicated that he died from a stab wound. After this discovery, authorities immediately detained Melissa and took her in for questioning. She would initially stick to her story of waking up to find her fiance dead, but unfortunately for her, a security camera caught audio and visual of what really took place.
What could you hear? What kind of phrases?
So I heard, get up. I heard so, and then there was an explicit die.
You heard so die?
And then I heard,
oh no, that's crazy.
It sounded like a female voice was crying, saying, what did I do?
What this footage made clear was that Matthew's death resulted from some sort of domestic dispute gone wrong, not him dying outside by himself from out.
See, when you involve intoxication, it should only bring Dooney Land. That's it. There should be no violence after that. Only Dooney smashers. I don't know what's wrong with people out here, all right?
Alcohol poisoning. When Melissa was made aware of this footage, she changed her story and tried to spin it as it was a self-defense situation, and she stabbed the man to save her own life. Needless to say, the cops weren't buying the excuse and she was arrested. On Valentine's Day of 2022, Melissa stood trial for the murder of her fiance. During this trial, she would actually take the stand and described Matthew as an alcoholic who had demonstrated unsettling and abusive behaviors in the past. Quote, there were times where he would push me and punch walls beside my head. I had seen him cut himself, burn himself, stab himself.
It's never that deep. It's never that deep. What? Boy, listen. Ain't a coochie in this world. Not a one, chat. Not a one, okay?
They're off at some corner, and he would tell me that there's a demon standing right there. It's clear that Turner was attempting to portray herself as a battered victim and her fiance as an abusive monster. But when the facts are presented in this case, it's clear who the monster really was.
Worst Wonders. I'm about to go cop that today, okay?
Determined that after stabbing her fiance, Melissa waited close to 4 hours before calling 911. Even after being stabbed, the man's life could very likely have been saved, but her intentional delay in contacting first responders ensured that it wouldn't be. The conclusion of this trial resulted in the jury finding Melissa guilty of murder, and she was sentenced to 20.5 years in Florida State Prison.
This jury did not believe her claims of self-defense. Nor does this court.
Melissa will be 50 years old before she's eligible for release. And well, you've made it to the end. Those were the...
Hey man, listen. Very intriguing stories here. Racist lady, the first one. Pack her up. You know what I'm saying? YouTube shooter. Listen, I am standing by YouTube. You know what I'm saying? As my preferred platform, for sure. Last girl. GG's in the chat. You ain't have to do that man like that. Yandere? Listen, we need... Never mind, let me not say that because that's bad. That's bad. But, come on, man. It's the type of love I would like to receive in life, all right? Now, if you can't handle the Yanderes because you're a cheater, that's fine. Me personally, all right. You lay a hand on me. Listen, my girlfriend might send you back to the lobby, all right? That's the type of energy I need in this world. I'm not getting no ads on this video.